This is a great showdown between two of the greatest teams in the BTFL this year, the Miami Riptide and the Los Angeles Stars. The Riptide would have a chance to crack the scoreboard first, and on their opening drive, they would do just that. With a big play to Sterling Sharp, the Riptide would be in the red zone, but settle for a short-distance field goal by John Casey, which would wind up being a theme in the first half. Meanwhile, for the Stars, running back Bobby Humphrey, who crossed the century mark in the game today, he was terrific. Two big first down runs from him, the former Bronco Pro Bowler, would put the team into Miami territory. Then Phil Simms would take care of the rest of this drive. After a pass into the red zone for Humphrey, just 2 plays later, Simms finds former Cowboy great Michael Irvin for the go-ahead score. 7-3 early in the second quarter. And Jim Everett, longtime Ram quarterback, would carve up the defense on another scoring drive. Big play over the middle to player of the game Sterling Sharp, who would finish the day with 213 yards receiving, but another field goal keeps the Stars lead at 7-6. After a terrific start to the drive here with a big play yet again to Michael Irvin, Los Angeles would enjoy a trip deep into Riptide territory, but Humphrey, who had a great game, commits a critical fumble here, which would wind up turning the momentum of the ball game. Miami gets another offensive chance late in the first half. Just under a minute to go, Sharp makes another circus catch, but Casey's on for another field goal, and this time it's no good. On the final play of the first half, LA has a chance, and after Bayer slips through a tackle, he is dropped at the 3-yard line, and LA squanders a chance for points. Miami in the third quarter, well, they take advantage of a sluggish Stars offense. Everett, after a big catch he throws to start, in comes Jerome Bettis for his 13th rushing touchdown of the year. And Miami, despite a game littered with field goals, has a 13-7 lead, then a big interception from James Washington to get the ball right back here in the second half, and Everett would deliver. Sterling Sharp, as mentioned, was outstanding for the game, but Jerome Bettis reels in his first receiving touchdown of the ball game and of the season to extend the lead to 27. Bobby Humphrey, as mentioned, was outstanding in the ball game, but they had to score a touchdown or else the game is over here with just over 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Simms would take off for the first down with his legs, and then from inside the 25, Simms was going for the big play here, and he eventually finds Humphrey, but on 4th and 13, he's going to need to make one more big play for LA to have a chance. First down is at the 2. He's going for the end zone to Henry Ellard, and it's incomplete. 21 unanswered Miami points helps secure a rout of LA 27-7.
Hi, this is Dougie commenting over the Denver Buffaloes and Las Vegas Gamblers game. We start out with the Gamblers quarterback Chris Miller stepping into the pocket and throwing it to Cleveland Gary, bobbing and weaving to around the 45. And then after the drive stalled, Steve Christie hit the field goal to put the Gamblers up 3-0. Now for the Buffaloes quarterback, Bobby Abar throwing a terrible interception to Isaac Holt that went across his body, which you should never do. This would lead to Chris Miller throwing a touchdown pass to Cleveland Gary, which would put the Gamblers up 10-0. Later on in the first quarter, Gamblers punter Chris Moore would punt the ball to Sam Grandy. And he would fumble, recovered by Chris Moore. He would go all the way as he does the punter dance. Can Denver get the points on the board? Abar would throw a dazzling pass to Eric Martin, and he would get the ball inside the 10. Fod Rivez would convert on a field goal after the drive stalled. 14-point game. Right before the half, Chris Miller would take the snap, scan the field, and throw it deep to Ricky Sanders on a rocky catch. Next play, Miller would play action, roll out, bootleg throw to Ricky Sanders, waiting in the end zone. He's jumping and rocket catching for the touchdown, 24-3. Late in the third quarter, Abar is trying to get points on the board and rolling out of the pocket, running up the middle, and he fumbles. Recovered by Horton Hears a Who and Steve Christie, who would add a field goal to put the Gamblers up 27-3. Ending the game in garbage time, Chris Miller throws into pressure, Keith Jackson in the end zone for a touchdown. Vegas wins 34-13 and are 3-4 as Denver is now 2-5.
Boise Colts, coming off that really bad loss, are going to the Phoenix Scorpions. We start off with Steve. I got you, Tim Brown, as Tim Brown catches that dazzling pass down the left side. He goes inside the 5, but after the drive stalls, Morton Anderson adds the field goal. It's a 3-0 ball game. Jeff Hostetler, he backs up. Pressure in his face, throws it over the middle to Ben Winter-Coates, as Ben Winter-Coates makes it into Phoenix territory, and Stanford Jennings, who's taking over because of an injury, catches the pitch to the right. This was a favorite play for the Colts, as Jeff Hostetler throws it over the middle again to Ben Winter-Coates, and then Derek Lasik, who he is also taking over from injury, gets the touchdown. 4-point ball game. But tragedy strikes as Jeff Hostetler throws this interception to Dwayne Harper. Scorpions take over as Steve Bono runs out of the pocket. He says, I got you, Mark Jackson. And then Marion Butts runs it over the left side, but he gets tackled. He makes a mistake, and he fumbles. Recovered by Alfred Williams, who had a great game here. So that interception was for naught. Jeff Hostetler throws it down the left side to Sergeant Slaughter, who avoids defenders. And then down the right side to Derek Lasik gets the throw from Hostetler. And the pitch to the left again by Stanford Jennings. He gets his first touchdown of the game. Marion Butts, however, gets the ball down the right side. He wants to make good and better off that fumble as he avoids defenders, saying, "Get off me," to the 40-yard line. And Steve Bono, cool in the pocket, throws it over the middle to Keith Jones, getting the ball into the red zone. But Steve Bono, he gets sacked by I got you, Alfred Williams, as the drive stalls and Morton Anderson gets the field goal. Stanford Jennings more to the left side, avoiding defenders, and then Hostetler with that dirty play-action rollout bootleg, giving the ball to Derek Lasik inside Scorpion territory, and then Stanford Jennings would get that deadly pitch to the right, second touchdown of the game. Last-ditch effort for Bono. I got you, Alfred Williams again. Side is retired, and the Colts get it over the middle to Derek Lasik for his second touchdown of the game. Boise eventually wins 35-6. They are 5-2. The Scorpions are 3-4. Seattle Storm's losers of 5 straight will play against the New Orleans Tigers. We'll start off with Seattle. Randall Cunningham running out of the pocket, bobbing and weaving around defenders, making defenders look foolish, which is what he's been doing all season as the leading rusher in the BTFL Season 2. This is going to be a big run for a touchdown, putting Seattle up by a possession. Then Randall Cunningham would throw a jumping pass to Hayward Jeffries, and then Cunningham, who played really well in this game, would throw it over the middle to his tight end Eric Green for the touchdown. 2-possession game, but Jim Breach misses this extra point. Frank Reich throws this deep to Derek Russell, but it's intercepted by Tyrone Braxton. And Seattle would take advantage of this as Lorenzo White would get the catch over the middle to around the 32. And then Randall Cunningham, he would wait in the pocket, throwing a deep jumping catch to Hayward Jeffries for the touchdown. Just in a snap, it's 20-0, 3-possession game. Derek Russell would get his groove on with this catch from the comeback kid Frank Reich to the 25, but this would lead to an Al Del Greco made field goal after the drive stalls. Cunningham has the ball again for the Storm, and he's looking to get more points on the board. He needs more points here to Lorenzo White, and then to Terry Kirby, who would bob and weave around defenders, getting it to around the 13, and then Cunningham would finish off the drive, getting it into the end zone for the touchdown as the leading rusher here in the BTFL, and I believe the touchdown leader as well. Emmitt Smith, the Hall of Famer, would try to make this game more respectable with this touchdown, 27-10, and Randall Cunningham runs out of the pocket, bobs and weaves, making defenders look foolish, and he gets inside the 5. Lorenzo White gets the touchdown. 41-17, Seattle wins, and they win their first game over the last 5 weeks.
San Francisco Sharks at the Charlotte Wildcats. The Sharks will play in a Week 7 game against the 4-3 Charlotte Wildcats. We'll start out with the Hall of Famer Warren Moon, running out of the pocket, going up the middle, getting tackled at the 45, and fumbling the football, recovered by Darryl Talley. Now Don the Magic Man Mikowski, play action, faking, pulling a rabbit out of his hat is James Jett that he's pulling out for a deep touchdown. The game is 7-0. Next drive for the Wildcats, Warren Moon steps up, throws to Harold Green into Sharks territory. Moon will then throw left to Merrill Hodge, close to the Sharks 30. To wrap up the drive, Moon will then throw the ball to his quick receiver, Andre Bad Moon Rison, for the touchdown. Game is now tied. The Sharks will punt the ball. Here's the problem. The punter gets whacked before he could punt. It's a turnover on downs. Warren Moon would then take advantage by running the ball to the left, picking up some yards with his legs inside the red zone. After the drive stalled, Norm Johnson would kick a field goal. Charlotte then takes a 3-point lead. Now the Wildcats will punt the ball. It'd be a similar result to the Sharks' last punt, and the punter gets railroaded. The Sharks will then take over. Mikowski would then shovel past the ball to Dave Majette, and he's in the end zone for a touchdown. 14-10 game. After the Wildcats gave the ball back to the Sharks, Mikowski would survey the field, throw it to the distance to a diving Dave Majette. Vincent Brown, however, would sack Mikowski, and this would lead to a Gary Anderson field goal, 1-possession game. Sharks get the ball back, and Mikowski does the same deadly play action fake throw down to the right side to a jumping James Jett inside the 20, and at the 10 he is tackled. The Sharks need more points as James would catch his second Mikowski touchdown in the end zone, 24-10 Sharks. Down by 2 possessions, Harold Green takes a direct stab, maybe a little too late, bobbing and weaving around defenders into Sharks territory. Warren Moon is still a Hall of Famer who would throw over the middle to Mark Boyer inside the 15. However, bad times would fall hard after Merrill Hodge would take the handoff and unfortunately get injured. Reuben Mays would replace him. Finish off the drive, Harold Green would catch the wide open pass over the middle for a touchdown. The score is now 24-17. It's an onside kick. Sharks recover and San Francisco holds on 24-17, getting 2 consecutive wins for the first time all season. Wildcats are 4-3.